Welcome class. In this video I want to discuss equations of circles and how we use those to answer questions in the coordinate plane. So the equation of a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And to answer the problems that we're going to be doing today, you also need to be familiar with the distance formula. So d equals the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. And you also need to be familiar with the midpoint formula. So the midpoint between 2 points is x1 plus x2 divided by 2. That's the x coordinate, and then the y coordinate is y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So using these three things, we can answer several different questions that we may have about circles that comes up. So for example, if I want to find the equation of a circle, so the equation of a circle that passes through the point 5, 5 with a radius at 1, 0. So if I want to find the circle using this information, I will have to use these formulas up here. So I am a fan of drawing a picture, which may help you, but you don't have to draw the picture to do the problem. So if we're given the radius, and I'm given a point on the circle, the first thing I want to find is the length of the radius. So to do that, I'm going to use the distance formula. So d is going to equal square root, and we're going to find the distance between these 2 points. So it doesn't matter what order you put them in. So 5 minus 1 squared plus 5 minus 0 squared. So then the d is going to equal 5 minus 1 is 4 squared is 16. 5 minus 0 is 5 squared. 5 squared is 25. So this is going to be the square root of 41. And this d is the radius squared. So if I want to find, so this equals r squared. So if I want to find r is going to equal apologies, that's what r equals. But for our equation, we need to know what r squared equals, which will be 41. Okay, so that's my r squared. So that's part of my formula, and then I need the coordinates of my radius, which is the h and the k. So this will be my h, this will be my k. So the equation of this circle will be x minus 1 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals 41. Or the y minus 0 can just be written as y squared. And this will be our answer. But we could have other types of questions. So I could have find the equation of a circle whose diameters endpoints pass through, let's do 2, 2 and 6, 6. So then now I want to find the equation of this circle. Well, think about it. If I have a circle and I have the endpoints of the diameter, to get the radius here, I need to find the midpoint between these 2 points. So let's find the midpoint between these points right here. So that's going to be 2 plus 6 divided by 2, and also 2 plus 6 divided by 2. It just worked out that it's the same on this one. So that's going to be 4, 4 will be my radius. So this is my h and my k. Now the only thing I need to find is my r squared. So we need to take this point and either one of these, figure out the distance between them. So the distance, and this will also be my r, is the square root of, and it doesn't matter which order we do it in, but it'll be 6 minus 2 squared plus 6 minus 2 squared. So my r, which is my d, equals square root of 4 squared plus 4 squared, which is the square root of 16 plus 16 is 32. So that's my r, but then my r squared is just going to be 32. So the equation of my circle, now that I have my r squared, my h, and my k, is going to be x minus 4 squared plus y minus 4 squared equals 32. Okay? So you could have a pretty wide variety of types of questions that involve these endpoints and the radius and finding the diameter, midpoint, the distance, etc. But if you use the tools that you have and some basic logic about how it should work, you'll be fine. It's not that hard.